Hello, everyone. Bethany here with Caterpillar. How are you?
Hello, I'm Melodee here with Caterpillar. Guys, here we are. Happy Thursday.
It's Thursday,
I think
but
it's Thursday.
I feel like it's Friday because tomorrow's Halloween and everybody's going to be in like Halloween mode. So like today kind of feels like Friday.
Well, which is funny because yesterday sort of felt like also for some weird reason.
Yeah.
It's a weird vibe this week, but that's okay. We're excited you guys are here. We're excited to be back. We wanted to come back and see you all just one last time because our Fall Fest ends tomorrow.
Oh,
Like
already?
I know, along with
Awesome.
October, I can't believe. I know we all say it all the time about how fast time goes, but like this autumn, fall, end of summer era has gone so fast.
Yeah, it's been very fast. And I think it's just because we've been doing a lot. we've been on the go. I mean, Melodee, it was this month that we went to Quilt Market and Festival, and that feels like ages ago now. And then like we did our sew along that we just wrapped up yesterday. So that also like wrapping that first sew along up, which by the way, I got the binding stitched on this one. And I used the clear thread that I had used in the quilting, and that was a suggestion of Corey, and I'm really glad I did. So you really don't notice the stitching, but you see the texture,
awesome.
But you don't see the stitching, and I really like how that turned out. The other one I used like bolder colors on, so it's just fun to see the differences, and I'm really happy with how this turned out.
So do you have really a favorite?
A favorite between the two?
Yeah, can you pick a favorite between the two?
You know, I love them both for different reasons. So yeah. I don't because here's the thing. I did different quilting on this one with the red, right?
Right.
And it's so cute.
It is so cute.
I've never done quilting like that before. And so I really liked it. But then I was like, well, I want to try quilting with a clear thread. So you can see the lines of my quilting, and I did like a wider quilting, but you don't see the thread color because it's clear. And so, and I did that on the binding as well. And so it's just like, they're both so good. And it's just because this is the cutest fabric from Riley Blake and the cutest like design.
That's what I love about quilting so much, that you can do the same exact thing more than once and it'll be different. It'll be just,
it looks very different. It looks very different. I don't have a favorite. I don't think I can pick. Truthfully, like they're both going to end up out somewhere in this house. Like one may be a wall hanging in a room, and then the other one maybe on my kitchen table. I don't really know. One may stay in here across this table. I don't know. I've got to figure it out where they're going to go, but they both deserve to be on display because they're both beautiful in their own unique way.
I think with me working on it and working with you and Corey yesterday, I
can't hear you, Melodee. You're moving.
Let me show you. Hold on.
Okay.
No, I'm moving around. I have not finished. On, obviously. I have that. You know how I messed mine up, and so I tried to fix it. And so I finished my top.
Okay. It looks so good. I actually really like the white border. That looks so good, Melodee.
So I finished top.
Oh, it looks. Yeah, you did. You did it. It looks really good with that little slim white border.
My husband asked me about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you. My husband well, what did you do to fix your? I said I cheated because now you can't tell that they were supposed to touch.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. No, it looks fantastic.
I'm getting there.
You did a great job. I'm very proud of you. So like the home stretch, you just gotta like make your quilt sandwich, quilt it, and bind it. And honestly, that's like the easy part in my opinion, especially if you're just straight line quilting, even though Corey gave you some really fun inspiration of other ways to do it. But this sew along that we wrapped up yesterday. If you missed out, because maybe you didn't get the kit for it, and that's okay, it's over on our YouTube channel, and you should absolutely go watch some of it. I mean, we did 3 parts to this sew along, and it was a lot of tips of all different steps to this. So it's processes and tips and information that you can use for any quilting project. So I highly recommend that you go just watch some of it and take some notes and learn some stuff, because we're going to be doing another sew along here in about 3 weeks. 3 weeks. Well, can you believe that?
I've already gone back and watched the part where you showed how to cut the binding. So I hope I can cut my binding correctly. So yeah, it's great that it's there.
Beautiful. Yeah, we shared a lot of information. That's why there's so much longer lives. But today we just wanted to wrap up our Fall Fest sale with you guys and just kind of highlight some of our best sellers, some of our best products that we feel like if you had to choose anything, these would be the ones that we would say, if you don't have it, you should grab it. Or if you're looking for something to shop for a sewing, quilting, crafting friend, and you're needing something as a holiday gift or something like that, we've got some great ideas for you. So we just wanted to make sure that you were aware of what those deals are so you can take full advantage of them before they end tomorrow night. So they're ending at midnight tomorrow night Mountain Time, right, Melodee?
They are ending midnight tomorrow night Mountain Time. For those of you that are here, just know that it's my job to turn that off. And just know that I probably won't be awake at midnight to turn it off. And it probably will get turned off Saturday morning, ish, if I don't sleep in, but midnight.
Don't put that kind of pressure on yourself. Just knock it out now, because then if something happens where Melodee wakes up late at night and she's like, "Oh, I'm here. I might as well do it real quick," and you have Saturday morning.
That is exactly.
Melodee, I don't want you to get hate mail.
That's exactly. So we don't have kids to take trick-or-treating anymore, but I did find out this week that my daughter's bringing my grandson over tomorrow to trick-or-treat here in my neighborhood instead. So I get to take him trick-or-treating, and I'm super excited about that. It's so much fun, and it's a possibility that I'll end up staying up late because of that, because my daughter will be here, my grandson will be here, my son will be here. He's got to go work the WWE event at the arena.
Very cool.
Yeah, but anyway, that's what I tend to do. If I'm awake at 11 o'clock or midnight and I can't quite sleep because I'm awake doing whatever, I'll start working, and that's when I will do it. So there is no guarantee.
I know she will. That's why I said it, because I'll get messages from her, and then I'm also up, and so I'm messaging her. I'm like, and then we both get mad at each other for working late, because we shouldn't, but we do it because we're like, well, while I'm here,
I'll just get this. I'll just knock this one thing that has a hard deadline. I'll knock that out right now. That's what it is.
Right now, right?
Yes, that's what it is. But go to the website, go to that banner, click banner, and you'll see all of the special packages that we put together for this. And we did them all for a bunch of different reasons. And we're going to talk a little bit about our favorites and our best-selling today, although there are so many that are on sale. There's a paper craft one, which is phenomenal if you're into paper crafting. There's an all-in one if you've just been waiting to get like all the goods. That's the one to jump on.
This one right here
there's
is one
a
of my
travel
faves. This one I use all the time when I go to my sewing club or my retreats or just a class, or I'm going to a friend's house to sew. I have a trip next week. You better believe I'm taking these with me. They've already got them packed up. So if you ask me to demo them today, I'm going to have to go unpack them. I didn't really think about that, but I was trying to plan ahead.
That's okay. There's a video about those. We talked about that one in length on one of our other videos as well. That's our mini. It's our Glow Mini, our mini flip and fold, all in a cute little bag. It's a great travel one. And then
we've got all these other ones down here too, which I'm going to talk about the applique one, because that one is going to come in very handy for our next sew along. And we're going to talk about that one. Melodee wanted to talk about the embroidery package as well. We have so many ones. And here's what's great about our bundles is you'll see some of our products in different bundles. And that's just us trying to curate like bundle deals. When we bundle things together, we can offer a deeper discount, and all of our products work so well together. Like they're all meant to be used for quilting, sewing, and crafting. So you really can't go wrong, but you just got to like maybe figure out which one's the right one for you. So that's why we call some like the embroidery package or the applique package. It's not that you can't use other light boards or other tools for those things. It's just kind of helping you narrow it down if you're trying to decide what to get. Maybe you do a lot of embroidery. That would be a great one to start with. So we're just kind of helping simplify it. But you can also purchase a la carte. So you don't have to purchase a bundle. You can just purchase individual things. But we have all sorts of fun bundle deals. And might we also mention your Fat Quarter bundle bag? I think this is something that people have been sleeping on, and we don't want you to sleep on it because this is kind of ending tomorrow. This is really cool. So Melodee, talk about the Fat Quarter bundle bags.
This is our Fat Quarter bundle bag that we started releasing at Houston, and we had such a great response. Everybody loved it. It's so cute. It's a perfect bag for your Fat Quarter bundles. You can see in the photo, you can fit 3. I mean, Fat Quarter bundles they range in sizes, right? But generally, you fit about 3 full Fat Quarter bundles that you get inside this bag. You don't need to do that. Look, I've got like my thread boxes in here that I got in Houston. I've got my thread boxes and my Fat Quarter bundles. All of that can fit right in here. It's a great gift. It's a great project bag where you can put your project in here as well, because it comes with extra pocket in the lid here. So you can put your
in there.
Patterns. I don't have right, but you can put your rotary cutter in there. You can put your rulers in there. Oh, there's my place. I still don't know where everything is down here. I just moved all my stuff down here. So you can put all your stuff in here. It's very boxy, so your Fat Quarter bundles will fit in here. You also, when you're traveling with it, it comes with a little tab here, so you can slide it on a suitcase or a rolly cart. It comes with a shoulder strap. It comes with a briefcase handle. It is free with the packages we put together for the Fall Fest. But if you're looking for just the Fat Quarter bundle bags, Eric pulled the QR code up on the screen there for you. You can click through on that, and I will tell you that right now, because I haven't shut it off yet, if you put 2 Fat Quarter bundle bags in carts, you will only be paying for one of them.
That's amazing. So just to repeat that for you guys, if you put 2 Fat Quarter bundle bags in your cart, one of those will be free. You have to put 2 in there to get one for free, and it's automatic, correct?
It will be automatic. That discount will be automatic. You will only be paying for one. I've tested a bunch of times, so yes, you can get it's a buy one get one free Fat Quarter bundle bags through tomorrow night as well. That goes off when I start shutting everything down. But Fat Quarter bundle bags, you can get buy one get one free. You're getting it for $20. Like, you're getting one for $20. You can give one to your best friend.
Yeah, no,
you can.
That's amazing.
And there's no limit. Like, if you have a group of sewing club friends or quilt guild friends, or you want to do, you're hosting them at your house, or the little quilting party Bethany is going to go to with all of her friends. Like, it's great for all of those kinds of things, because it's just the funnest little bag. And
well,
if it's Fat Quarters, perfect. So
I mean, it's a great tote bag. And like you said, if you're doing, like we had someone mention the other day, like this would be great for my guild swap that they do. So they do like a Secret Santa swap, and you could get this bag, you could get one for yourself, and then you could put all sorts of goodies in it. So if you've got a couple extra Fat Quarters laying around, or some extra little tools that you want to throw in there, some thread or some snips or whatever, or one of your favorite tools, I don't know, whatever, or even, I don't know, maybe some clamps or something like that in there. Like, you could put that in there and make it a really fun gift. And if you're doing it Secret Santa style, that's going to be one that everybody's going to try to steal for sure. So what a great idea for that.
That's so fun. Yeah. That sounds so fun. I want to go to one of those.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So which bundle do you want to talk about first? I think I was going to do the applique bundle.
Yes.
You were going to do the embroidery one.
Yeah. Either way.
But we can do them together.
Well, that's the thing about it, because like you said, everything kind of goes together. But let me tell you, I'll talk about the embroidery package really quick. And Bethany will talk about the applique package that will be very useful, not required, but very useful for the sew along next month. I did the embroidery package. I was thinking about my mom, and I brought something that I want to show you guys, which I don't usually pull them out very often anymore because they make me cry. But my mother was an avid quilter growing up, avid quilter. What she would do is hand embroider the quilt top. So she always had an embroidery hoop, and she would always she got like cardboard out of it, and she cut little slits in it and put all thread in the little slits, and she was always doing it. It was her downtime every evening. she would be working on these things. And then she would put up quilt frames and she would quilt the whole quilt. But I brought one of my mom's little quilts that she hand embroidered. And this is what I have when I had to kind of put this package together. So this was one that my mom did.
That's beautiful.
And of course it's Christmassy, right? Because I'm obsessed with Christmas. So this is a little hand. And about 8 years ago, she had a stroke and she lost sight in one of her eyes. And she couldn't do it anymore, and it broke her. We put a light board in her lap, and it helped a ton for her to be able to see. But if she had had this little thing for you in a minute, she would have been able to embroider a ton longer, and it would have been so great for her. So let's have this little quilt. My mom made a little tree skirt for one of my Christmas to do every year. But anyway, this I just wanted to show it because this one my mom did, and it's so cute to look really cool. Yeah, so that's my mom. And so what we did do when she lost vision in that side, for her to be able to see what she was doing, to be able to do it a little bit longer, was we put one of our light boards in her lap, and because that light was shining from below, it helped her be able to see what she was doing so much better, because she was causing like shadows on her project, and it made it hard for her to see because she lost like a quarter vision, because the way brain works is super weird, but she lost like quarter vision, and so she couldn't really see, she couldn't focus well enough, and it just made her angry, so she would stop doing it. But we put one of these in her lap and she was able to see again. So to do it, this is our Glow Classic is included in this embroidery package. So the Glow Classic has multiple light settings. All of our light boards have multiple light settings. I'm going to try to show you that. It's so hard with extra lights to see how that dims. But what you can do now with your embroidery, I have this embroidery that I've been working on. I think my new obsession is going to be Christmas projects instead of just Christmas trees. But I have this little kit that I started to work on. And in order to do it, because the way this works, if you can see that, it's got all of these different pages that you kind of tape together to put this whole gingerbread thing together, but they're printed double-sided. They're printed double-sided. And so I'm tracing out my pattern on my whiteboard. And if you can see, when you do this, you don't have to do your tracing on the sliding glass door. You don't have to tape it to the glass coffee table. You do your tracing right on top of here, and that light can adjust. So when you've got double-sided patterns, you want to dim your light down just a little bit. But if you can see that, you can see so much better. So you can do all of your tracing right on here. Now, the Glow Classic also comes with a translucent cutting mat. I can't find mine. Bethany has one. I have it right here. I have my cutting that the Glow Mini goes with, so you can kind of see how they work. They come with a grid on them, and they are textured on the back side. So the texture kind of keeps them from slipping around when you're doing your cutting and stuff. But now with this on here, I'm super excited that I can put my cutting on here. I'm going to brighten this up just a little bit. I can put the pieces down, and I can put my fabric over the top, and I can cut with my rotor cutter right on top of here, because you can kind of see exactly what you're trying to do. You're not going to see through every fabric, but you can see through a lot. So it's super great for that. Now the part of the embroidery package that makes it the embroidery package is that it comes with our Flex sewing machine light and accessories. And that is right here. Bethany, you help me pull some of yours out, because in the move downstairs, I've lost some of mine. But it comes with this little light. So there's this little sewing machine light. And the sewing machine light comes with a little cradle. That little cradle has a piece of Velcro on the back, and that will attach to your sewing machine. So you can stick this in here, and you can bend this point wherever you need that extra light on your sewing machine, which is really great. When I'm using it on my machine, I use it to thread my needle, and then I move. So that it comes with that. But the part about this that is so cool, that would have been unbelievably helpful for my mother, is the rest of the pieces. So the rest of the pieces, we have this little base right here. So you can use it as a little lamp, which is really great. It has a little
Melodee
port, so you can charge it from here. You can use it while it's plugged in here.
Can you hear me, Melodee?
It has the clippy one is what.
Can you hear me? Hey, it's really hard to hear what you're saying. You're cutting in and out a lot. Do you mind if I run through this real quick?
I can hear you barely.
You might want to try disconnecting your audio and reconnecting it again. I'm going to remove you from the screen if that's okay.
Yeah, by all means, go ahead.
Okay, so Melodee's having some technical difficulties. It happens. So I appreciate you guys being patient with us. But this is the Flex accessory kit that she was talking about. And she already showed you the attachment for your sewing machine, which that's how this product right here started, with just that one cradle that attaches to your sewing machine, which is really helpful. But then we came out with all of these other accessories, and you guys have seen us talk about these a lot, but I actually used this last night two ways. One, I had it on my table, and I'm going to show you how I use it. Okay, so you guys have heard me say before, I don't do hand embroidery. I'm not a hand sewist. I don't have the patience for it, but I got this adorable little kit, this little felt kit or wool kit at Quilt Market. And if you don't know, I went to Australia earlier this year and had the time of my life, and I got to pet a koala. I'm telling you, it was a bucket list item in my life. I loved it so much. And so when I saw this, I had to grab it. And so it takes something this adorable that resonates with me for me to want to sit and hand sew. But last night I decided to sit down and get started on it. I am not done by any means. Like, it still needs eyes, and I still have to make the flowers and stitch it all together. It's going to be a cute little ornament, and I'm absolutely putting this on my Christmas tree this year. But how cute is this? And I'm going to tell you right now, you guys know I wear glasses. I have the worst vision. And so as I was sitting there working on this, having this light right here was so helpful. But I'm going to show you how else I used this light, and that is with our lanyard that comes with it. So you get a lanyard, or you can do this completely like without the lanyard, but I'm going to show you how it works with the lanyard. Make sure I have this on correctly. I don't think I do. There we go. All right. So one of the attachments in here is this one right here. It has like the little holes on both sides, and it has the magnets on the back, and they just clip right into the little claw clips on the sides. There we go. And I can take my flex light and pop it right down in there, and I'm ready to rock and roll. Like, I could sit here and hand embroider and have this right here. I will say, for me, I'm going to show you how I personally like to wear this. And we do have this little disc right here that you can put up underneath here so this doesn't move at all. But this is right in my line of sight. So it's a little challenging for me because I kept finding myself kind of pulling it away from the light. And I was like, oh, it's hanging right in front of me. So how can I do this a little differently so I can still see it? And so I decided not to put it on the lanyard. I'm going to take this off. And you know what's great about this is we were all in the living room last night. We were watching a show, and you're kind of winding down. So the room's dark, but I didn't want to turn on like this big bright light because that would be like uncomfortable for everybody. So I just pulled this out, and I like to put it on one side. It doesn't really matter which side, and tilt it down. So now it's not in my line of sight, but my light is right here where I need it to be. And I can see everything, but it's not in my line of sight, so I can see my project. So again, like whether you're hand sewing, whether you're reading a book, whether you're crocheting, which I have to do some more crochet projects. My nephew, I made a little crochet deer for my niece who was just born. My nephew found it and claimed it as his. So I guess I have to make her another one, even though I've made him stuff before. That's how little big brothers are, I guess. But anyways, I just wanted to show you, like, I really do use these products. We see us use them on the lives all the time, but even outside of work, I'm reaching for these products, not just when I'm sewing, but now sometimes when I'm making adorable little koala ornaments. I mean, come on, it's so cute. So I really love our Flex Light accessory kits. Ooh, you can tell spooky stories. This actually might really come in handy when walking around in the dark, trick-or-treating. This could be like a safety feature if you have your Flex Light, because they last for up to what, 8 hours, I think, on the highest setting. I mean, it's a long, or maybe 4 to 6 hours on the highest setting. It's a long time. And I don't always put them on the brightest setting because sometimes it can be a little too bright, but it just depends on where you're at, right? So you can dim it down, which is really nice. And then this is a charging station. So you just plug in this base and everything stays nice and organized. If you're doing embroidery on a hoop, we have one that is a clamp. So it can clamp right into your hoop or your book or whatever you're working on. I have people that do paintings and they like to clip this onto the canvas or their easel. We also have the fun little magnifying glass. So it's got a 5 times and 10 times zoom. And this attaches right on the end of your Flex sewing machine light. And I'm not going to even have to turn this on. Like, oh, it gets very big. It's not going to be in focus because of where I'm at, but it gets very big. Oh, and you can see how wrinkly my hands are. Whoa! Oh, look, my diamond just got bigger. Anyways, this is a must-have, especially when you're putting your machine on your sewing machine, or you're putting your light on your sewing machine so you can see that needle to thread it. Or when I'm doing some of this tiny detail or trying to thread this thicker thread through this tiny little needle, the eye of this needle, it's really hard to do. And so this right here just pops on and off really easily so you can use it when you want it. And they all stay together in this one little accessory kit. So you don't lose any bits and pieces, and this can always be charging. Now you can get this kit right here, the embroidery package includes this Flex accessory kit with a light. So if you already have a Flex light, you're just going to get an extra one. And I actually prefer to have more than one. And I talk about this all the time because when one dies, you can just rotate it out for another one. And this one can be always charging and plugged in right here. So it's really nice to always have a backup so you're never without your light. All right, so that is our embroidery bundle. It does have the magnets as well, which Melodee was talking about. You use 2 lights to make a caterpillar costume antenna. Linda, this would be so cute to use as antenna, or, you could just have the one, but you could do 2. You could be that weird fish in the ocean, in the depths of the ocean that has that one light that's super creepy. I don't know why I thought of that. But you could. And Melodee and I use them at concerts. I mean, we think they're so fun to not have to use your phone battery, but to still have your flashlight on at concerts. But anyways, any other ideas of how you would use the Flex light? I love your creativity. That is so fun. Okay. Was the deer pink? That is on my wish list. Brenda, yes. I'm glad you think the koala's cute. I thought it was really cute too. I'm telling you, it takes a lot for me to want to do hand sewing. Truly. So yeah, I had to show it off. I will finish it, and when I get it done, I'll show you guys because it's really cute. And by the way, this is made by Wonderful. And if you don't know, they did one of our let me show this up close. They did one of our handmade collectives. I believe it was the summer one in June. They talked all about different threads. So all the threads that came with it are from Wonderful. So it's fun to play with those. But this is just a little kit, but they have other ones too. Look at how cute those are. A moose, a little mouse. And is that a donkey? I think it is, but they're just adorable. And so if you're just learning, it can be a lot of fun to practice and try these new things. So anyways, I just had to show it off because for someone who never hand sews, I'm kind of proud with how it's going so far. And I'm just making it up as I go. So we'll see what happens with that. Now, I did want to show you real quick another bundle, and it's our applique bundle, which Eric's going to put the QR code up for that one. And the reason I love this bundle is because it's really going to apply to our next sew along. So if you missed this last one, but you got your hands on our Christmas sew along, which is happening, our Christmas tree one, which is happening in November. Here it is right here. We showed it off a little bit yesterday in the end of yesterday's live. So if you saw that, but these are sold out. But if you do find this kit at another local quilt shop or something like that, feel free to grab it. We cannot get any more. We are sold out, and we're grateful for all of you who chose to purchase this through us. But you can still come hang out in our sew along. But I'm going to tell you right now, this right here is what we're going to be using a lot. We're going to be using this light board or any of our light boards during this sew along because this sew along involves applique. And a lot of it. So all of these little Christmas trees that we're going to be making, all of these blocks, each tree is is appliqued on. Ooh, that was kind of spooky. Each tree is appliqued on, meaning we're going to have to trace this onto our backing on our fabric so that we can secure them. And then all of the little circle dots are also applique. And I'm going to show you, I think I have the template in here somewhere. I went through the box yesterday, so here it is. So we've got our cute design, but this is the template that comes with it. So if you haven't opened your kit, you might want to, but don't cut anything yet. We're going to walk through all of that together, but this is such a good project. So we're going to be able to use this template to be able to cut out all of our, we got this whole layer cake of beautiful fabrics. We're making 25 of these trees. Could you imagine having to trace 25 of these trees without a light board? Oh my goodness, that would not be fun at all. That would not be fun at all. So we're going to be cutting out the tree part in these fun layer cakes. And then we have the other pieces like the base and this and the trunk, the tree stand and the trunk. Those are other fabrics. So we're going to be cutting all of those out. We also have a different fabric for these circles. So we're going to be doing a lot of like tracing and prepping before we can start, appliquing all of this on. But there's no way I would do this project without a light board. We also, in this bundle, so you see the mat that comes with the premium 2. This is the Glow Premium 2, by the way, in this bundle. This is our one and only light board that is battery operated. I do not have it plugged in. I've been charging it, but you could use our Glow Classic. You could use the Ultra. You could even use the Mini, although the Mini might be a little tight fit for this. It should be okay for this project. Your paper may hang off the edge, which is fine. But yeah, you should be able to use any of our light boards for this project. But the other cool thing about this bundle is, and you'll see it over there on the right, underneath those 2 little green magnets, in that little QR code, that is a gridless mat. And Melodee knows I don't have one yet. I've got to get one sent to me because basically it would look like this. It would be a clear mat, like a mat just like this without the grid here. So it's even easier to see and trace and draw your applique designs right there. So see how much easier it is to see when there's not all the grid underneath. So when you're doing applique, sometimes this is the better thing to do. Plus I can fussy cut. So like I can see right here, like I may want to fussy cut so that these trees are lined up so that they go down with that center line. And that's just me being a little OCD. But like some people really like to fussy cut their projects. And it's going to work with any of these beautiful fabrics that came in this kit. But whether you're doing our sew along or another applique project, or you're tracing out your embroidery design so you can do more hand embroidery, make ornaments, all of those fun things, it's all very helpful with these projects to be able to have a light board. Whether you're sewing in the bright daytime or here in my studio with all the lights on, or even at night, it's so helpful. Now, this kit does include the magnets. So in this premium, there are so many magnets in this. I want to say there's like 8 or 10 magnets scattered throughout. So wherever you want to place this, it will hold this in place. So then it makes it easier for you to trace your tree right onto your fabric. Look at this. Oh, I love the sheet music. And it's up. Is it? No, is it upside down? It is upside down. There we go. Now it's the right way. So I could trace this out. I could even, if I wanted to go a little further, hold both my paper and my fabric down so nothing is moving. Okay. So again, it's just really helpful to have a light board for this applique project. Remember, we're making 25 of these trees, and then we also have to cut out 25 trunks and 25 tree stands. And then if you want to do the little circle polka dots, that's optional, but we're at least going to do the trees because that's the key focus for this project. So if you are joining our sew along next month, I highly recommend, if you don't have a light board yet, that this is the bundle to get. You're going to get the premium light board, you're going to get 2 magnets, you're going to get not only the regular translucent cutting mat that comes with it, but you're also going to get the translucent cutting mat that is gridless. And there's one other thing you're going to get. So if you don't know anything about applique, we are going to be putting a backing on this because we need to make it fusible to our quilt. So once we put the backing that's fusible here, then we're going to need to cut this out and fuse it to our quilt top. And that is when we're going to use I'm going to grab it real quick. Here we go. Now, this may look like another mat that I just had in my hand, but it's not. It's glass. It's a tempered glass mat. I just turned the light down a little bit. And this is tempered, meaning I can press right on it. So when we're applying our design right to our trees that we cut out, right to our quilt, we're going to be able to take our iron and press it right there on our tempered glass mat and get a nice, crisp, flat press for applique. So it's easier to stitch down. And then we're going to be able to do that with all of it. So again, you're not just getting a cutting mat. You're not just getting a light board. You're not just getting a magnet. You're also getting a pressing station right on here, which is fantastic. So when we're lining up all of our pieces, like once you, and I don't have one cut out yet. We literally just finished the other sew along yesterday, but let's pretend I had this tree cut out and now my tree's cut out, but I need to add all of these circles, right, in the other color. Then I need to know where they're going to go. So again, I can put all of this right here on top of this pressing mat, find my place my circle in the right spot, and be able to have everything lined up. So you're going to still be able to use this template. So again, you cannot go wrong with this bundle. This is the bundle I talked about quite a bit yesterday in our sew along, because these are the exact tools that we're going to be using in that sew along. If you aren't doing the sew along, that's fine. But if you've ever done applique, you know how important it is to line up your pieces, follow your template, trace everything out, cutting everything out. It's a process, but this makes it so much easier to have a light board, have a cutting mat that you can cut right on top of a light board, and then have a pressing mat as well. And these fun little green magnets, very festive for the holidays, to be able to hold everything in place so you're not getting any shift. So I just wanted to share this one with you. If you had one to pick out, this would be this has actually been our most popular bundle during our Fall Fest. And it's going away after tomorrow. So please, please, please take full advantage of our Fall Fest. I would love for you to be able to grab this bundle and join us for so long. Even if you're not making this one, if you've got another applique project, bring it along and learn. We're going to be talking about all the things, applique and quilting and sewing and all the fun stuff. So I'm going to see if Melodee is able to join us back. Let's see here. See if she's got anything else to share with us. Oh, I think you're.
Hear you better.
There you go.
There we go. I could hear you better, so I feel like I might have fixed something.
You
I'm not entirely sure.
So much better.
Okay, good. Okay, good. I was just tracing my pattern because I'm like, maybe I'll just do this if I can't get back on. So I just started doing some.
I'm sorry to cut you off, but I couldn't hear you and I didn't want them to not be able to hear what you were saying. So
no, I appreciate it. I'm glad you did. I appreciate that you did, because I don't want to have any issues either. I want everyone to hear everything that we're doing. So
did I miss anything with this bundle other than the fact that it comes with 2 fat quarter bundle bags? So when you get this bundle, the applique bundle that you see right here, sorry, it's on the opposite side. When you see this bundle right here, you get 2 of these bags included for free, which is fantastic. That's just a bonus we're throwing in.
Yes.
Perfect. Perfect.
Yes. So it's so great. They're so great. They're so
Melodee,
great. Guys, I think we did it.
I think so. Is there anything else that we need to, is there any questions, I guess would be a great thing to ask. Any questions about Fall Fest? Yes. Any questions about any of the products available in Fall Fest? We've got so many available, not beyond the 2 that we kind of talked about today. I'm going to put a couple others up here real quick on the screen. So we talked about the embroidery one. This is the Sewist bundle, the Sewist package. Melodee, this includes which flip and fold? Is that the
big
48?
Flip and fold, 48, the biggest one.
The big one. Okay. Which is our amazing cutting mats. And it includes one of our light boards and a flex sewing machine light. Great deal. So if you're interested in that, you can scan that little QR code right there and go learn all about it. If you have questions, this is a great time to ask that. Obviously, we talked about on Monday, our all-in sewing. Was it Monday? I don't even know. Okay. Earlier this week, we talked about our all-in sewing bundle. And this one right here is literally setting you up for the ultimate sewing space. Would you please give info on sew along kit? Did you say it sold out? So Francie, yes, our sew along kit.
So wait, Bethany, I just want you to know that I am in touch with Riley Blake. and they're looking to see if there's a possibility for us getting any more.
Okay, but
It's a
we
long
are
shot,
currently
but we are sold out
It
right
is a
now.
long shot. You might find, where is it? You might find it in a local quilt shop, which I'm all for supporting a local quilt shop. We've sold out of the ones that we've purchased. So if you find it at a local quilt shop, that's fine. You can still come join our sew along. You can still do it with us. Because we've had some other people say the same thing. Are you still offering a special price on fat quarter bundle bags? Yes. So our fat quarter bundle bag is currently, if you buy it by itself, it's $39.99. You can scan this QR code right here. But if you put 2 in your cart, you'll get the second one for free, and it's automatic. But if you put, what is it? If you put
if you put 4 in your cart, 2 of them will be free. If you put 6 in your cart, 3 of them will be free.
It's the math. The math is mathing today, and I'm here for it. So, yes. So scan that and go add those to your cart, and they make wonderful gifts. Wonderful.
We like when math works.
I know, right? We talked a little bit about the travel bundle. This is a very popular bundle on our website. So of course we included it in our Fall Fest. This one also comes with 1 free fat quarter bundle bag, as well as the tote for the flip and fold mini and the mini light board, and 2 of the magnets. So again, another great deal. You cannot go wrong. Like if you had this package right here, plus that, like you get that extra fat quarter bundle bag, you're ready to go to a class or a retreat. You put your projects in that fat quarter bundle bag. You have all your tools you need right there in that other little tote with your light and your magnets and your flip and fold. And you were truly like set up for success better than anybody else there. They're going to be like, this, you came to play and get stuff done, and I'm here for it. So this will actually be traveling with me next week. I'm really excited. All right. So there's a few of our packages. Of course, we talked about the embroidery package. We also talked about the applique package. So you really cannot go wrong with any of these. The special pricing lasts, great question, Linda, till tomorrow night at midnight. So please, please, please do not wait. You can scan one of these and then go through and see all of them. Also, Eric's dropped in the link in the chat a link to all of our Fall Fest deals. The Fall Fest and the Fat Quarter Bundle, it's a lot of the same sounding words. So I'm getting tongue-tied over here. But
it is.
Anyways, so I just wanted you guys to know we're really grateful for just hanging out with us today and letting us talk about these products, letting me show off my Melodee. Isn't this adorable?
You know what? When you pulled that up, I was like, oh, I need another project, because that is so cute.
I honestly, if I had the picture to pull up right now of how cheesy I was smiling when I got to pet and touch and take my photo with a koala in Australia.
I think you showed me. It was so cute. It was cute.
I've never grinned so big, and I got teary-eyed. It's one of those things that I've always wanted to do. And by the way, they're so soft. And he was just sitting there on his little branch, chewing his food and letting me. I basically just got to touch his butt, but it was a really soft butt. And he was so sweet.
That's okay. Petting a koala is like bucket list for everybody. Like that's so great.
And there was so many there at the sanctuary where I got to go and see them all. And then there was also all of the little kangaroos and the big kangaroos, and we got to feed them, and the capybaras. And I mean, I'm telling you, I was in heaven. I mean, I love a zoo, but zoos in Australia are just different. They're just so different. Yeah. So it was worth it. And so now I've always been obsessed with koalas, but this was the only, this is what it takes to get me to hand sew. And I've actually really enjoyed it. And every time, it's so funny, I'm sitting in the living room and Brett, my fiance, is sitting next to me, and I'll put like the little pink ear on, and I'm like, look what I did. And he's like, okay. And then I'm like, I do the other one. I'm like, look what I did. And he's like, oh my gosh. But I just get so excited. I'm having fun with it. Yeah. So
that's awesome. Yeah.
Anyways, any questions for us?
Again, we just appreciate it. Any other questions? We are always around. You can always email into support@caterpillar.com, and we will help take care of anything you need. We'll be back next week, Monday, live. We'll be back Monday live again. So you're not rid of us yet.
No, we actually have a pretty big announcement on Monday, so you do not want to miss that. And yeah, Linda, what did she say? Is the fur like Angora rabbits? Yeah, it's dense, but it's very soft. Very soft. And
I love that.
I'm telling you, I got the photos in like every size. I have them framed. I literally gave one. This is so silly.
That's so funny.
The wallet size I gave to my dad because when I was younger, I always wanted to like swim with dolphins, and I got to do that when I was, I don't know, maybe in middle school or high school. And I had my picture taken like literally hugging a dolphin in the water. It was the most amazing thing.
Right.
And I got the little wallet size picture of that. And my dad had that in his wallet for like, I don't know, 25, 30 years. And then he finally swapped it out for my koala pictures.
I love that.
And I'm the only photo
adorable.
He has in his wallet.
That's so cute.
I
love that so much.
I did wash my hands. I did wash my hands. No worries. That was a thing. But yes, great questions today. If you need anything, you can always email us, support@caterpillar.com. Also, you can join our Facebook group, the Caterpillar Creations Hub, and you can drop your questions there. And when you finish your sew along from this week that we did, when you finish your quilt, you got to post your picture. We got to see it. Melodee, you need to post a picture of your progress of doing the whole quilt up and how it turned out. Everybody would love to see that. What time can we see you on Monday? 10 a.m. Mountain Time. 10 a.m. Mountain Time. We'll be bright and early with you guys on Monday to kickstart our next big announcement. You're going to love, next week's going to be a lot of fun.
It is. We're excited for next month. Next week starts next month. So it's going to be a lot of fun the rest of the year. So we appreciate it.
Yes. Or next month starts.
Guys, this has been so great. This has been amazing. We appreciate you so much. Thank you guys. We will.
Have fun.
Happy Halloween.
Yes, that's what I was going to say. Happy Halloween. Have fun. Trick or treat. Be safe. Use your flex lights while you're walking around in the dark. And
that was a great idea. I'm going to take mine with me. I took it to the Backstreet Boys, but I'm going to take it trick or treating too.
You could get the little magnet and the thing and stick it to your grandson too, so he can have one so you don't lose him.
Yeah.
All right. Well, y'all have a good weekend. Happy Halloween, and we'll see you next